നമസ്കാരം. ഗുഡ് ഹെൽത്തിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ മാന്യപ്രേക്ഷകർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. സദ്ഗുരു മാതാ അമൃതാനന്ദമയി ദേവിയുടെ 65ാം ജന്മദിനാഘോഷത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായി അമൃത സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് ഡെന്റിസ്ട്രി വയനാട്ടിലെ ആദിവാസി മേഖലകളിൽ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ച സൗജന്യ കൃത്രിമ ദന്തചികിത്സാ ക്യാമ്പിൻ്റെ ചില നല്ല മുഹൂർത്തങ്ങൾ അമൃത TV പ്രേക്ഷകർക്കായി സമർപ്പിക്കുന്നത് നമുക്ക് കാണാം.
Amrita School of Dentistry is situated in the heart of Kochi, one of Kerala's busiest city. It is well known to provide top quality, affordable, comprehensive education and healthcare treatment in the oral and craniofacial care. It is highly equipped with modern technology, promoting advanced dental treatment with dental chairs, equipments and technical laboratory. Even though these facilities are available to the urban population easily, there happens to be a group of people who are unable to make two ends meet, unaware of these amenities, and powerless to afford basic medical needs. They are the tribal communities of Kerala who are geographically isolated and extremely deprived of the modern technology. Lack of awareness of oral health in this community results in extraction of the teeth and thereafter a compromised life due to edentalism. The Department of Prosthodontics and Public Health Dentistry came forward with the tribal outreach program, Amrita Smitham, Reaching the Unreached. Amrita Smitham stands for Bright Smile, with the guidance, blessings and vision of our beloved Mata Amritananthamayi Devi, the founder and Chancellor of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. She is also well known as Amma to billions around the globe. On the basis of Amma's selfless attitude, generous nature and compassionate outlook, Amrita Smitham Camp came into form.
Namaskar. The name of this program is Amrita Smitham, making everybody smile. Our Amrita School of Dentistry, the students, staff, doctors, all of them were trying to make all the people smile, especially the tribal people. When we saw their smile, innocent smile, then we could feel the grace radiating from them to us. Actually, Amma says to become successful in our life, no matter whether it is in the professional field, personal life or spiritual life, we need grace. To get grace, Amma says, we need to do some kind of selfless activities. So we have to help the poor people, suffering people, create a smile on their face.
Months of hard work and diligence is a requisite in order to conduct a camp at Wayanad. And devising these modalities, the journey from Ernakulam to Wayanad was set forth.
The initial phase of planning starts when we decide the location and we talk with the people there and listening work there with the local authority where we are going. And then the active phase starts when we send for the call for the volunteers from our college. Once the teams are separated, each teams are instructed to bring their own instruments and equipments, and these people load the materials together, and they are the people who completely load it into the bus. And once we reach the location, these people, volunteers unload the materials and then arrange the complete setup for the camp to start.
Before we reach our destination, we have to make our way across the primary access to Wayanad, the infamous highway called Thamarasheri Churam. This highland pass is quite formidable, with 9 hairpin bands between the scenic mixture of evergreen forest, misty peaks, streams and waterfalls. After hours of travel, the entire team reached Wayanad at midnight. Despite the strenuous journey, each volunteer without any hesitation participated in unloading the materials and setting up the armamentarium for the next day. The deficiencies in each camp has been an experience which helped us plan the present camp by getting ready with a portable spittoon made of cotton and mud, arranging tables separately for clinical work and lab work, setting up Bunsen burners with gas cylinders, and making provision for the waste management. The volunteers worked tirelessly to set up the camp so that they could work without any hurdle.
This project Amrita Smitham may be translated as Divine Smile. We started in 2008 with the slogan Reaching the Unreached. Major area of intervention were always Attapadi, then Periyar Tiger Reserve and Wayanad. Out of the 36 tribes identified in Kerala, we could reach at least 18 groups in this last 11 years. In this program, we have two divisions. We may call it as one is the clinical rehabilitation and maybe the preventive and community-based programs. When we are considering the clinical intervention related projects, we can claim that we have at least been able to provide specialty level treatment or specialty level oral dental rehabilitation for these people in the unreached areas.
Amrita Kripa Charitable Hospital, which is located at the headquarters of Kalpeta in Wayanad, is managed under the supervision of Dr. Sanjeev and Dr. Ajita. They are quite popular among the tribal people and have been tending to their needs for more than 15 years now. The faith that the doctors achieved among the tribal community with their dedication to the work is what helped us to carry out the denture camp smoothly.
75% of our patients are tribals. Tribals belonging to all communities, Kuricha, Kurma, Paniya, Katanaika, Adiya, all types of tribes come here. And among them, the Kurichas and Kurmas are little well off compared to other people. The Paniyas, Adiyas and Katanaika are living in a very low condition.
Chewing of tobacco, I think, has been there since a long time.
Various tobacco cessation programs, community health diagnosis programs conducted by the Department of Public Health Dentistry helped us to identify the participants for the camp.
In the last couple of years, we have been visiting the various tribal hamlets around Kalpetta. We have tried to assess the dependency of tobacco among the Paniya tribes. So also we have done a community diagnosis program so as to assess the social determinants of health. And later on we had done a program for the benefit of the school children, a coordinated school health program where health messages were also incorporated apart from oral health. And lastly, of late we have tried to assess the oral disease vulnerability among the tribes. So also most of the programs we have tried to incorporate the research component, and we have been able to publish some papers related to it, and we had also assessed the oral health status of the Paniya tribes in that region.
I would like to talk about the patient selection. That is, firstly, it is a big challenge to go approach these patients in their tribal community. One of the most challenging factors is that they do not understand the value or the importance of how they have to go ahead with taking care of their dental health. So we had to teach them exactly, we had to train them, we had to teach them what are the difficulties they may have in future because of not caring their oral cavity. So on the first day, what we saw was that we had to take the preliminary impression of all the patients. We had to take the record, that is the bite of the patient, and everything was successfully completed on the first day. So after that, it goes to the, once when all the patient had left, we had to go ahead with the lab work. So our students were not, they did not take any rest. They were completely dedicated their work for this, and they started off with their lab procedures, and that lasted to almost, that is to the midnight.
It was commendable to see all the volunteers who are used to work with the dental chair working in such a compromised condition.
So one of the difficult situations that we had during our earlier camps was that we just had a monitor of the list of the patients which we were going to treat. We did not have what case were we doing or all that. All that was being checked in the first day of the particular camp.
ഈ ക്യാമ്പ് നടത്തുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ ട്രൈബൽസ് ആ ഏരിയയിൽ വെച്ച് നടത്തുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് കുറേ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ട്. കാരണം ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനിൽ ഞങ്ങളിത് ഒരു പല്ല് ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒത്തിരി സ്ഥലങ്ങളുണ്ട്, പിന്നെ എക്യുപ്മെൻറ്റിന് സപ്പോർട്ടുകളുണ്ട്. ക്യാമ്പിൽ വെച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇതൊന്നുമില്ല. ഒരു പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് ഒരു പല്ല് വെച്ച് കൊടുക്കാൻ ഒരു 5 പ്രാവശ്യമെങ്കിലും പേഷ്യൻ്റ് ക്ലിനിക്കിൽ വരണം. ക്യാമ്പിലാണെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് 3 ദിവസമേ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് 5 പ്രൊസീജിയറാണ് ലാബിൽ വരുന്നത്. ലാബ് സൈഡിൽ 5 പ്രൊസീജിയർ, ക്ലിനിക്കിലും 5 പ്രൊസീജിയർ. അപ്പോൾ ലാബ് സൈഡിൽ വരുന്ന 5 പ്രൊസീജിയറും ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ ഏകദേശം ഞങ്ങൾ കോളേജിൽ 10 ദിവസം എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ 3 ദിവസം കൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കണം. വളരെ പരിമിതമായ സ്ഥലത്ത് നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ എക്യുപ്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ സപ്പോർട്ടൊന്നും ഇല്ലാതെ തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കാറുണ്ട്. അതിൽ ഒരു ചാലഞ്ച് എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ക്ലിനിക്കിൽ ഒരു പേഷ്യൻ്റ് വന്ന് അത് 10 ദിവസം കൊണ്ട് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. അപ്പോൾ ആ പേഷ്യൻ്റെ എല്ലാ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസും അത് വരുന്ന ടൈമിങ് എല്ലാം ഷെഡ്യൂൾഡ് ആയിരിക്കും. ഇവിടെ ഒരു ദിവസം തന്നെ ഒരു 75-80 പേഷ്യൻ്റ് ഒന്നിച്ച് വരികയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഒന്നിച്ച് വരുന്ന പേഷ്യൻറ്റിനെ ഒന്നിച്ച് ഫസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ചെയ്യാണ്, അതേ ദിവസം തന്നെ അടുത്ത സ്റ്റെപ്പും ചെയ്യാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 5 സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ക്ലിനിക്കിലും 5 സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ലാബും ചെയ്യണം.
Primary impression was the initial impression recorded with an impression tray. Preliminary impression is not sufficient to record all the details in the oral cavity. Hence, we fabricate a custom tray from the primary cast. Immediately, with the secondary tray, the border molding with green stick is done and the final impression is made with zinc oxide eugenol impression paste. Once the patient leaves after the bite registration, the team volunteers start off with the teeth setting. The flasking of the complete denture is done. The faculties monitored each case. The team coordinators were asked to take extra caution not to interchange the dentures. Color-coded ribbons and tags with patient details were tagged onto each clamp and flask for identification. Care had to be taken to manage the temperature of the water, and in midnight with the bad weather was a huge challenge. The volunteers, without any sleep, continued for the second day of the camp. The final polishing was completed by 10 a.m.
Working in this particular setup has to work at a very high intensity and compromising their maybe sleep and even the food. I have seen them working, sleeping maybe only for 3 or 4 hours a day and continue working through the night. Of course, I don't think it has at any time reduced the spirit of the whole program. They had their fun and their enjoyment all along with it. Maybe this sort of an adrenaline rush that make them addicted to the project also. That's why the people who are going off from the place, our favorite alumni, always come back on these days back to their alma mater.
The volunteers, despite sleepless nights and hardships, with intense commitment and dedication, made sure every patient was given adequate and the best form of treatment possible.
നല്ലൊരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ്. കാരണം വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ അമൃതയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് തികച്ചും വ്യത്യസ്തമായിട്ടാണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ ക്യാമ്പിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. വലിയ സൗകര്യങ്ങളോ കാര്യങ്ങളോ ഒന്നുമില്ല. പക്ഷേ ഉള്ള സൗകര്യം വെച്ച് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ വരുന്ന പേഷ്യൻസിനെ നല്ല ട്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനാണ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കുന്നത്. കാരണം വെച്ചാൽ ഞങ്ങളെപ്പോലത്തെ ഡോക്ടേഴ്സിനെ ഇങ്ങനെ വളർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നതും എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ ആരൊക്കെ എല്ലാവരും സഹായിക്കണം, ഒരുപോലെ എല്ലാവരും കാണണം. ട്രൈബ്സ് ആണ് പറഞ്ഞ് മാറ്റി നിർത്താതെ ഇത്രയും നല്ല സഹായങ്ങളും ചെയ്ത് കൊണ്ടുവരുന്ന അമൃതയ്ക്ക് ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി.
Anybody who would have participated in Amrita Smitham would love to be back, would love to participate in it. And I would say it is actually a divine divine thought. Maybe that is why every year it keeps coming back.
I've been privileged to be a part of this Amrita Smitham denture camp and stay here with the tribals of Wayanad for 5 days, work with them, make dentures for them, and it's been a different experience working in college and coming here and working in the rurals. But it's all a part of learning. We've got to learn so much, not only about how to make dentures, but also about the tribes. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity.
Really a wonderful experience, and I really loved doing service over here. We had a lot of fun. We worked a lot, and we were helped by our seniors, PGs, and our staff. It was indeed a very amazing experience.
And the real experience that you feel is that on the third day, on the final insertion day, when you give these dentures to the patient, we are giving them dentures, that is, they don't have teeth. And ultimately, when you are giving them teeth, you can see the happiness. They'll come to you. They'll say how much this has affected their life, because aesthetically as well as their speech, everything has changed because of this.
ഇത്ര ചുരുങ്ങിയ സമയം കൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ നല്ലതായിരുന്നു. നല്ല പേഷ്യൻസിനോട് ഇടപഴകുന്നു. പിന്നെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്ഡ് ആയ സീനിയേഴ്സ് പ്രൊഫസേഴ്സ് എല്ലാവരുടെയും കൂടെ വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റിയ നല്ലൊരു അനുഭവമായിരുന്നു.
It's so much worth the work that we do, because at the end of the day, when we see those patients with their smiles and they come to us with their dentures and smiling wide, it feels great. Yeah, the experience coming here has been really good. This is not something that we've ever done when we were in college. This is the first time we're having an experience like this, where we get to see so many patients together at the same time and have to do everything in a limited amount of time with limited materials. So it's been a really enriching experience for us, especially as interns, to be able to do something like this right now.
The success of the program is contemplated with the eternal smile and joy on each patient treated during this program. The function was kept on the third day of the camp. The chief guest inaugurated the function, and these dentures were distributed by the team coordinators and the postgraduates, house surgeons, and dental technician students. They were very sure about their patients, as many patients had the same name. No confusion was encountered, and the dentures were delivered. The post-denture insertion instructions were given to the patients in the program. Special assistance was given for each patient regarding the wearing of the denture. The 3 days of hardship was paid off with their innocent smile. Fortunately, none of the patients were disappointed and were very satisfied and thankful for the service provided.
ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ക്യാമ്പ് ഉണ്ട് തന്നെ അങ്ങനെ അവിടെ വന്നു അളവൊക്കെ എടുത്തു. 3 ദിവസം നല്ല സഹകരണമായിരുന്നു. സന്തോഷമായി. എല്ലാ ഡോക്ടർമാർക്കും നന്ദി കടപ്പാടൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്.
പല്ല് വെച്ചാൽ അത് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് പല്ല് വെച്ച് തന്ന് തിന്നുകയും ചെയ്ത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പല്ലുവേദനയും എല്ലാം കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ അപ്പോൾ തിന്നാൻ പറ്റും.
എനിക്ക് ഈ പല്ല് വെച്ച് കിട്ടിയതിൽ വളരെയധികം നന്ദിയുണ്ട്. അമ്മയോട് വളരെ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. തുടർന്നും അമ്മയുടെ എല്ലാവിധ അനുഗ്രഹങ്ങളും എനിക്കുണ്ടാകട്ടെ. അതുപോലെ എത്ര നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞാലും ഈ ഒരു നന്ദി മറക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അത്രയധികം ഉപകാരമാണ് അമ്മ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി സേവനമാണ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്.
Amrita Smitham helped us to give a better quality of life to the tribal community. As our beloved Amma says, "Smile that lights up a face brimming with love is the most beautiful thing in the whole world." Along with the smile and joy of the patient, Amrita Smitham, the journey continues.